Hey everyone, I am Anisha and welcome you all to another episode of Talk Topics. Well, episode 6 after almost 4 years sounds pretty great consistency, doesn't it? But before I unravel my absolute dramatic version, let's actually start with the topic. So, 2025, right? What a year, dude. Actually, all these recent past years, like uncountable hashtags skyrocketed. A few of the reasons being on the vote chori, the stray dog violence, the now case, minority violence in Bangladesh, and of course, Delhi air pollution and ongoing Aravali case. People came out of their houses, showed their courage, and protested the wrong. Challenged government to show that we still live in a democratic country. Plus, media, just a few years back, that used to fabricate the truth, now openly presenting the way it always should. You know what it kinda feels like? As if it's been very cold for a while and suddenly a tangent of the sun rays finds you. I know poetic references, but anyways, maybe you got a beer with a few more? I don't know. But you got what I meant, right? It felt good. It felt nice witnessing all these. It felt like as if there is still some hope for us to bring probably our Din. A country full of awakened people. What more could actually be required to bring the change we all talk about? Guess what? Hope doesn't lead us to where we want to be. So, sitting and raising our voices is as similar as fantasizing and running towards that very same emotionally unavailable person just by considering this time that person has changed. Okay. Okay, I agree, it was a very bad joke. But we live in a timeline where manipulating people's thoughts can't be just more easy, especially youth being running towards to show their boldness by hopping onto new trends every new day. They have actually forgotten about the essence of the acts they are actually performing. Till now, I may have sounded very vague, but let me give you a very clear picture. Nowadays, something in the society happens, people notice it. If judged as wrong, people raise their voice. Social media trends, hashtag trends, massive protests. The resultant of all these may or may not bring justice to the event, but eventually everything decays. We put on our regular news to our phones and simply wait for another trend to hop on, and the cycle continues. Just give it a thought. Hasn't this been the entire flow all these times? Right now, one of the most skyrocketed hashtags and a very concerning issue has surely been Save Aravali, Save AQI. Amid all these protests and court and politicians, we are pretty unaware of what's actually going to be the result. If I optimistically even considered this to be a win for us, after that, what? Like, yes, we apparently save the natural barrier, save our water source, the biodiversity over there. But do we understand what we are actually fighting for? We, the generation full of commitment issues, can we simply keep those issues reserved for the people and actually commit to the solution, commit to the environment perhaps? I don't know. if if stat obsessed people don't work on me, I can say it with total confidence that right now many more forests are being chopped out on the name of development. But those are not definitely gonna make it to the headlines or trends. And let's be honest, the place I'm currently living in didn't exist around 5 years back. Now, if you go outside and you'll be literally frustrated by getting stuck in traffic for n number of hours because that's the population over here. Because it has become a very integral part of a city, a prime job location. So, am I asking us to raise our voice to stop all these developments? Well, no. Am I asking to contribute to the sustainable development? Well, hell yes. Do we all have the authority to plan a sustainably developed city? Some of us surely have, but we all have the authority to make our place more and more sustainable. I repeat, we all have the authority to make our place more and more sustainable. Because what's the point of going out for a protest to save the environment and then coming home and comfortably sitting on the couch, sharing the protest reels, while my tap in the kitchen is leaking since past 24 hours? Oh, of course, because in my area, we don't have to pay water bills. We don't act until we are directly getting harmed. So I can surely ask you regularly come to an air conditioned office when absolutely worst kind of heat waves are going outside. Or I can simply install that fancy AC to my new home where temperature generally stays in between 15 to 25 degrees because unlike a few, I can afford it. Oh, I'm surely gonna burn firecrackers worth thousands because, yes, if I don't do it, I'm gonna have trouble with my religion, dude. And now, we have also added the AI boom to this mix. Data centers swallowing land, water, power, trees are getting cut. Why? Well, of course, for us to participate in the Ghibli and Nano Banana trends. We all have become such douche people that when it comes to suffer the consequences of our own karma, we still don't accept our fault and try finding people to point out our index fingers on. Meanwhile, the air, water, weather don't even hesitate to show a middle one on us. So, if we really want to be trendsetters, let's let's actually upgrade the definition of the trending behaviors. Like, why can't carrying a beautifully upcycled bag and saying no to plastics be a trend? Why can't your less fuel consumption by cycling to 2 kilometers office be a trend? Why can't number of weight you send every year for recycling be a trend? And while we define trends, why can't gifting or nurturing native plants be one? Somewhere in between keeping a plant alive and maybe a slowing little down, you might actually keep yourself sane in this corporate world. Maybe growth doesn't always come from promotion, does it? And no, this is not me reading out of an EVS textbook we always ignored and mugged up before and night before exam, right? Those books kept saying, it's time to act, it's time to act. And the truth is, we are already late. The time has already passed. Now it's not about awareness, it's about accountability. The accountability we always run away from. Whereas what actually you should be running away from is the toxic group that convinces you drugs are self care. Nothing actually changes without meaningful action. Me recording this from my room or you sharing concerns on social media, these are not even step zero. I can't guarantee about your relationship status, but for this, it clearly starts with us and ends with us. This is the point we have reached. No more awareness. Only accountability can resolve all these. So the real question remains, can I contribute to make some difference? Can we?